going hunting.
Hi, this is Jamie Edwards, Hunting with Dad. So today I am going to look at some gear. You want to come hunting in North Dakota, especially late season. This is just a little bit of a video of what I consider the necessities, I guess, for hunting upland game in North Dakota. It's a little bit messy. I'm going to be moving around a little bit and putting some things down around so I can show you. But this is just a general overview. So if you're thinking of getting into hunting and you're hunting in a cold climate, this is typically what I use. Up here in North Dakota, we can hunt anywhere from temperatures of 50 or 60 all the way to 20 below, plus wind chill on top of that. Granted, those days when it's 20 below and you got a 15-mile-an-hour wind and you're looking at 40 below real feel, yeah, not too many guys go out. But regardless, this is just a little bit of an idea of what you need to get set up for pheasant hunting or any upland hunting. So first and foremost, shotgun of your choosing. I am a Beretta guy. I run a Silver Pigeon 3 for my field gun the last couple of years. You can have a $5 gun, you can have a $50,000 gun. Doesn't matter, as long as it fits you and you can shoot it and you enjoy shooting it. That's what you need for a gun. There's lots of different gauges out there: 12, 16, 20, 28. If you're just starting out, my recommendation would be to go to Walmart and buy probably a 870. That's what everybody kind of sticks with for a first gun. You can get them wood, you can get them synthetic. It all depends on your personal preference. So that's all I'm going to say about the shotguns. Just because there's a lot to go on with the shotguns that you know what you like, or you'll figure out what you need. For me, the next thing, sunglasses. I have kind of light sensitive eyes, so sunglasses are a must. Set them off the side here. Got a whistle for the dog. Stocking cap. I don't have any hair on top of my head, so late season stocking cap for sure. Otherwise I wear a ball cap. I guess I don't have ball cap in here. When it gets really cold, you put one over top of the other. Wear both. Face mask. You know, a lot of the stuff can be picked up on Amazon fairly cheap. I do like this one. It's called Ergodyne N-Ferno. It's a nice fleece, soft one. It does pretty good. It fits me nice. So I keep that one in the vehicle, depending on how cold it is. If there's no wind, I usually don't wear it all the way down to about 0. But anything colder than that, or if it's a real wind chill day, I'll wear this and put the stocking cap over it and get plenty of protection. Next thing is gloves. I wear gloves almost every day, no matter what the temperature out, unless it's really hot out. I like these hot shot gloves. You can actually get these at Menards. These have ceramic insulation in them and a leather palm. So the trick is you have to wear them. Don't always take them off in between, because the ceramic absorbs your body heat and keeps them warm. However, when it gets down to about 15 or 10 degrees above 0, they're not quite warm enough. They do have another model, but it's a little more bulky. I wish the trigger finger on these on the other model was a little skinnier, but I guess you gotta take the good with the bad. Next thing, I'm going to move over here. This year I've been running the Chief Upland vest. You don't have to invest in a Chief Upland vest. You don't have to invest in any vest. However, you need something to hold some shells, whether you put it in the pants pocket. I always carry about 10 extra shells with me in the field. Here in North Dakota, we're not parking and walking for hours and hours on end without getting back to the pickup or expedition, whatever. It's usually a half hour through the cattails here and then drive over there, so we always have time to get new shells. However, this will hold a whole box of shells, but if you need a whole box of shells to shoot 3 birds, you should probably spend some money on membership to go shoot some trap and do some practice. I carry water bottles this year. This is my dog collar. If you run a dog, you know all about that. If this is your first hunting experience and you're trying to get set up, get a hold of somebody with a dog and talk to them. Talk to a friend, a neighbor, Facebook, whatever. There's a lot of dog collars. I'm not going to go through this. I run the Garmin. There's a lot of ideas out there. You got to find one that works for you and works for your dogs. I also carry a infield trauma kit just in case. And this year I started carrying a radio so I can communicate with people back at the pickup. Specifically my daughter, if you've been watching and following along anywhere. I'll set this over here. I also have 100 feet of paracord in the back and some extra keys for the vehicle. But like I said, you don't need a vest. I have worn, this is a Shields jacket. I've worn this jacket for years and years and years. I don't know if they still make this model of jacket, but it's got game bird pouch. You can zip off the sleeves. You can take the insulated vest out. This is really a nice all-around coat for any temperature from, well, I've hunted in 10 below all the way up to 50 above. Get a good base layer on and maybe an insulated flannel shirt underneath it if on really cold days. And but that's what I've worn a lot through the years. I'm not going to hit on this one very much, but I carry a first aid kit in my vehicle also. I'll have a separate video. I actually build these kits, and we'll go through this. You can find a link lower on my playlist. I'll have one up in the next probably a couple of weeks here, going through what I carry for contents in my first aid kit. But it's a good idea to have something around. Last thing I have here, this is my shell range bag, I guess, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to set the camera up here so I can kind of go through things and use both hands. This is chokes. Nice pouch for extra chokes. I don't run a lot of extra chokes. On my over and under, I run an improved mod on the first shot and a full on the second shot, all for early season. For late season, I step up to a Carlson cremator chokes for mid-range and long range. The birds tend to get a little spookier. I have lots of stuff in this bag. I have some dog treats. It's helped for a little bit of nutrients and energy along the way. And I actually have an open pouch here, but you should probably have some kind of game bag. This is an Allen game bag. I think I bought it probably on Amazon. Over here, 5 different things in here. I have some earplugs. I have a charger. So I was running the 3M Peltor earplugs. These are electronic, so I have all the stuff in there, as well as having a handful of the foam ones. That's one thing that if you haven't thought about your hearing, you need to. It's never too late to start protecting. My dad has had a rough hearing life and is getting more deaf all the time. and I don't want to be that way with my daughter. So I've started protecting myself, and so this year I'm running Tetra Hearing. You can see a post, you can see a video link about that. I also carry a hunting logbook so I can fill out weather and who was there and how we did and where we hunted. It's not as in-depth as some of the guys out there. I need to start doing a better job on that. On this side, I have an extra pair of gloves and some glass cleaning wipes and a leash down in here, extra leash, just some extra things. I don't get into this bag a lot, or at least into these smaller compartments. The main thing is up here. As you can see, I have extra gloves, extra stocking caps. I have gun cleaner. Never know, getting some rain and stuff, waiting for it to wipe it down. I bought all these glasses cleaners. I bought like a box of, I don't know, 300 of them on Amazon for $6. So I have them stuck everywhere. Keep the glasses cleaned up. And then shells. And I'm not going to spend any time here on this video going through shells. There's a lot of opinions on what people like to shoot and what has become more popular as far as size. Just remember this. Shoot what you feel comfortable with. If you're shooting on federal ground, you have to have steel or non-toxic. I shouldn't say steel specifically, but non-toxic shot. And I also carry a pair of binoculars, and that is pretty much my go-to stuff. The only other thing that I didn't wear a lot this year is a lot of people run different hunting pants. Most of my hunting, we hunt in the morning, not gone all day long, so as far as wearing pants, but we go every day. And there's a lot of people that are probably gonna give me a lot of grief about this, but the Filson Singleton Chaps, I truly love these. I've had to waterproof them a couple times through the years. I think I bought these in about 2007, so they're 19 years old. They have worn really well. I had to sew a little bit where it got kind of ripped on the bottom from being worn off. They shed the water, they shed the cockleburs, nothing sticks to them. They protect your pants, and you can have a nice pair of pants, whatever you normally use, whatever you normally feel comfortable with, and you just slip them on. If it starts getting too hot throughout the day, you can take them off. You're protected from dew in the morning. The biggest thing with these that I do not like is when it starts getting in that 20 degree above zero and colder, they tend to get hard. They kind of, not that they're wet, but they're wax coat, so that wax gets more solid, so they get a little more stiff. And they're not super light, but they help protect from wind, give you another layer of insulation, and you can always take them off. I have a hard time finding pants that I like. Seems like all the pants have different style of pockets, and they just don't fit right. And now you can have pants that fit right and be protected. So these are the main things that I use to go hunting and take with on North Dakota late season hunts. It's either in the vehicle or on myself walking through the field. I use an older Ford Expedition as our hunting rig, and that way the dog can be inside, whether it's hot or cold out. They can be inside, so they're not out in elements. I'll do a video on the hunting rig at a later date, once I get it all cleaned up and organized. It's kind of in fishing mode right now because it is towards the end of January here, 2026. So anyways, those are the things that you need to look for. I'll try to compile a list of most of the things in the comments or in the description below. Put some links to some different products that I like, and you can do some research on these products and make your own decisions. Look for a video posted in the next few weeks on first aid kits to keep around. So beyond that, I appreciate a like, subscribe, and a share. Been Jamie Edwards, Hunting with Dad. Thanks and have a great day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Please hit like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Have a good day.
Let's go in hunting.